It is Father's Day, and we just got a new pair of shoes. These are the Saucony Exodus Ultras. I will put the stats right here, but the trick to running 100 miles is having comfy feet. And so I'm not a big stack guy. I don't like a big stack. They make my ankles feel uncomfortable. This is what I run most of my trail ultras in, is in the Innovates. They're low profile, they're like zero stack. I've run 50 miles in them. Now my feet do get a little bit uncomfortable near the end, but not bad. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. So these have a little bit more stack, as you can see. I've been walking around in them for about 10 minutes before I go run, just to make sure they feel comfortable. They do feel comfortable, I will give you that. Now, we're gonna go to a trail. We're gonna do a short run, because that's how I like to break in my shoes. Short run we'll do between, probably around 8-ish miles, somewhere in there, depending on trail conditions. We got a ton of rain over last night, so we're gonna drive there, get a little run, and get this party started. So follow along. Thanks for subscribing. Happy Father's Day to all my other fathers out there, and all those father figures in people's lives, because for me, that was the biggest thing in my life. I didn't have a dad around growing up, but I had uncles and a couple of my mom's, a couple of men in my life. One in particular that stands out this year, that just made a big impact in my life and taught me a lot. But yeah, if it wasn't for uncles and stuff like that in my life, I would never have had father figures, and fathers play a big part in a child's life. Don't let anybody tell you any different. So yeah, let's go get this running. Happy Father's Day. Bam, bam. Trails are a little wet, but not as bad as I thought they'd be. So it's actually a pretty nice surprise that I'd be dodging puddles all morning. But this is one of my favorite trails near me. It follows the river. It's called the Merrimack Valley River Trail, and yeah, it's just it's a pretty good path for running, and it's got a couple good little climbs in there, so you get to do some speed, do some climbing, and you get to run along the beautiful river. All right, let me go back and focus on some breathing. See you guys in a bit. So, I like my new shoes. I like my new shoes. Watch. I paused it to take off my sweater quick. I thought I restarted it, but I did not. So my watch says I did 2.4 miles, when in reality, we did 8. But that's okay, because I've run this trail enough. The end of the trail before it hits the pavement is like 4.1 miles from my truck. So I ran to there and back. So I know what my mileage is up here. Just, it didn't track it down there. That's okay. We can fix that a different day. But I think I was clipping along. My average pace was an 8:33. Pretty good, considering there's some down trees and stuff like that. And this is really my first run in about 5 days. As a lot of you know, I was down in Florida working. I would go to the site at like 4:30 in the morning. I wouldn't get home till 7:38 to my hotel, so I just
couldn't get a run in. The first day I did, just because I didn't have much to do that day. But yeah, it was good. So here's the tips for completing your first ultra. So now that we're all sweaty and we just ran, here are the top 5 things I think you should do to complete your first ultra. First and foremost, training. Find a training plan that you can do, because consistency is going to beat a few hard days every time. So if you got a training plan where you're running 6 days a week, the mileage is high, but you're only hitting 3 to 4 days maybe that week, I mean, why do that training plan? The mileage is going to mess up. The progression's not going to be there. So find a 4 or 5 day a week training plan that helps you reach your goal. So, other one, first ultra, set the expectations. Maybe do a 30 miler before you go do a 100 miler. You know, see where you are fitness level wise. I'm not saying don't test yourself, but just be smart about the distance you want to do. Number 3, gear. Especially shoes. You want a nice pair of shoes. You don't want to cheap out in this department. This is something me and my friends argue about all the time, and I just talked about it at the front. I'm not a very high stack guy. I mean, I don't like a lot of cushion between me and the floor or the ground. I like to feel the trail. And yeah, but these, I think these Exodus Ultras are a nice median. They kept my feet very comfy on that 8 miles, and I really liked them. So that's 3. 4, have a good crew. If you're gonna do a long distance, find some people that are gonna keep your spirits up and help you complete your goal, because having a good crew is very important. People who believe in you and that are gonna help you along your way. Preferably someone who's organized and can help you at the rest stops if you have a crew. And number 5, what would be my 5th one? Nutrition. That would be the last one. You gotta eat. You have to have proper nutrition and hydration in these races. If you're not eating and hydrating frequently, you're gonna burn out. You're gonna lose your energy. You won't be able to keep up. So make sure you're eating. Those are my 5, man. Those are the top things I think that everyone should need to do. Just off the top of my head, which usually is the best way I communicate. So those are the best things I can think of. Guys, it's Father's Day. I'm gonna go enjoy my kids. Like and subscribe, please. If there's anything you want to see, you want to know, hit me up. I'll let you know. God bless. We'll see you guys in the next one. I know it's a short one, but peace.